Hola, ¿cómo estás, amigos? You're listening to The Gift of the Gab.
Episode 70. Shall I jump straight into it? I said I was going to educate about Black History Month. So I got a Black History Month fact for you.
Go on then.
Have you heard of Claudia Jones?
No.
She was born in Trinidad in 1915, moved to the US as a child. A prominent feminist and communist, Jones was deported for her political activities in 1955.
Mm-hmm.
She gained asylum in the UK, so she came to the Brit borders, and that's where she launched Britain's first black newspaper. It was called the West Indian Gazette. But it gets better. She was confronted, well, not this part. She was confronted by no blacks, no dogs, and no Irish posters. And Jones became a leader in the emerging black equal rights movement. And then in 1959, you know what she did?
What?
She helped to found Notting Hill Carnival.
Ooh.
Yeah, I knew you'd like that. But yeah, so that's our Black History Month fact for the podcast.
And that was Nadia.
Claudia Jones.
Claudia Jones. Where did I get Nadia from? I don't know.
Clearly, Little Miss wasn't listening. I thought I'd do something different for you this podcast. This segment is taken off Reddit called "Am I an A-hole?" I'm gonna read you a scenario.
Okay.
You're gonna listen because I'm not gonna read it again. Like it's a long one.
Okay.
I'm not gonna read it again. So you listen to it, and together we'll decide whether this person was an a-hole, and then I'll tell you what the vote was on Reddit.
A-hole or not a a-hole?
Okay, yeah. So the title is: Would I be the a-hole if I asked my pregnant wife to move out because she and her best friend decided to test my loyalty?
Yes.
Okay.
End of the story.
It starts off: my wife is pregnant, accuses me of losing attraction for her.
She's getting fat. Duh.
For example, she wanted to eat chicken sandwiches for dinner last week. Well, I made chicken sandwiches.
Sorry.
So she eats all the sandwiches, leaves me nothing, and told me that they tasted like I wasn't pissed because she left me nothing, but if she didn't like them, why did she have to eat everything?
She was hungry. She's eating for two.
When I asked her this, she told me that she was hungry. Okay, fine. She does this every time. She eats everything I make and calls it shit.
Sorry.
I don't argue with her because I work for more than 80 hours a week and I really want to have some peace when I'm home. So yesterday, a random girl starts flirting with me after the gym. And
this is where you went wrong.
And asked me if I wanted to meet up with her for some drinks. I rejected her and told her that I was married.
Okay.
And when I got home, my wife started to hug me and apologize.
Okay, yeah.
When I asked her what happened, she told me that her best friend suggested a test for my loyalty. So they asked a mutual friend to flirt with me and asked me out. And I passed. Yay! I'm really pissed though. I'm done with her antics. Would I be the asshole if I asked her to move out?
Yes, you would be the asshole. She's pregnant. If anything, you move yourself out.
But does her pregnancy give her the excuse to be an a-hole?
No.
Because I think you immediately took to completely ignoring everything the wife was doing.
Yes.
And just being like, you're the a-hole.
You're correct.
The only thing he has done is make food. Been insulted for making food.
Yep. And
been loyal to her.
Disagree. He's missed out parts. Because the fact that she did a loyalty test
this is the scenario. We're not giving hypotheticals.
No, it isn't a hypothetical. It's a fact.
In this scenario, this is what is being presented. We're not going by what you think the wife did. This is the scenario. Answer it based on the knowledge you have here.
Which I am. And he missed out facts. He missed out stuff that he's been doing wrong. And there was a reason why he did it. Why did she do a loyalty test then?
Because some people are just really insecure. Have you forgotten that some people are really insecure? And there's a reason why people be checking phones even they don't see any signs of cheating, because they have insecurity within themselves. They don't think they're good enough.
Well, then he hasn't been making her feel good.
See, that's always casting the blame onto someone else instead of taking responsibilities. There could be a case where someone's not making them feel good.
He's been distancing himself from her.
I agree that I think he would be an or if he kicked her out.
Yes, definitely.
And the only reason I agree, and you're surprised you haven't mentioned it, is because she's pregnant and it might be hormonal changes.
No, I did say that.
Oh, okay. Well, it might be hormonal changes, but I still don't think it gives her the excuse to be very difficult. I think he needs to have a conversation with her and just say, look, I understand you're pregnant. I'll be here to support and stuff like that, but
I need to help manage that. The chicken didn't taste nice, but she was hungry, so she ate it.
Nah, because stuff like that, as he's saying, is proving a problem in their relationship. I'm sure it's not very nice to come home every time. You can make a meal, someone eats all of it, and then insults you after making the meal, then. From what I know, he hasn't done anything to question his loyalty, but her best friend was like, "Oh, why didn't you test his loyalty?"
No, that's not how it goes in the girl's mind.
But that's what I'm saying. But this is called "Am I an a-hole?" It's not "Am I an a-hole?" and make up a hypothetical.
No, because that's not how it goes.
Am I an a-hole? But in some girls' minds, some girls are just really insecure.
Ignoring her, he's not being as affectionate anymore.
That is not going to be every case, and some people are just going to be insecure. Whether you can be turning up, you can turn up anytime, show all the love, and some people will still be checking the phone and still be like, "Oh, are they doing this?" Because that's just how their mind is influenced.
Okay, no, but sometimes it's like the subtle changes that you don't know if it's the person, but the person themselves.
I understand that, and
if they're just not seeing you the way that they used to see you.
Even if that's in most cases, in some cases there are going to be some people where everything can be done right, everything can be done by the book, and they will still feel insecure enough to be checking the phone when someone's in the bathroom, to be thinking that, oh, this person hasn't messaged me at this time at night and he's not home, he's cheating on me. They can do everything in the relationship to make someone feel secure, but sometimes an insecure person, the insecurities will leak and that will cause problems in the relationship. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying this is the scenario, but I don't think it's
I'm also saying there is an alternative.
There is an alternative, but I'm going by what is presented.
Or especially like sometimes if you see like, you know, you've stood still in a relationship and like, you know, like things haven't developed, because I don't feel like when you get together with someone things should be the same as when you, like whatever 4 or 5 years down the road. I feel like, you know, you guys will be much closer, the way you show affection will be different, and you know it's still the same. Then that does make you wonder, like, oh look.
Well, Reddit said he would be the asshole if he booted her out only for the reason of the pregnancy. Mm-hmm. I think if she wasn't pregnant, you would be totally within your right to just say, kick to the curb, forget about you.
Depends whose house it is.
Well, whatever. If it's his house, mm-hmm. then I think you'd be within his right, because then she's just being horrible.
Yeah, you're in with your right.
But even still, the pregnancy might not be what's causing these. If she's not pregnant, or even if she wasn't pregnant, this might still exist, and
it obviously didn't exist before.
And then that's what you'll have to see. Maybe a couple years down the line, if this is still going on, then maybe these were the true colors coming out. But it just came out during pregnancy, so you never knew. But I don't think you should kick her out. I think you need to have a conversation with her and just be like, yo, I know you're pregnant, but can you not eat all my food and then trash it? At least.
Maybe she even thought that all of that was for her.
But then don't call it and then
she was
eat
hungry.
it all. Nah.
She's eating for 2.
Yeah, that's fine. Eat for 2, but then I think it's mean to every time someone makes something to call it after you've polished it off and not left them nothing. That just seems toxic.
It's kind of funny though.
It's funny. I'm not gonna lie. It's funny, but I'm putting myself in that shoes. If that was happening to me every time I'm coming home, I think I would be on Reddit asking.
Can you imagine, like, you've made the food, like you've washed up the dishes, and you've come back to sit and eat the food that you've just made, and I'm like, oh, that was horrible.
I think it's funny. I think it's funny in the third person.
And then open the plate, and then there's nothing left. So not only, I get
it. Yeah. So thanks for describing the scenario again. I think it's funnier when it's happening to a third person. But I think if you were the one cooking and I ate your food, all of it, and then I would turn to you, I think you would be very upset.
Yeah, if I was pregnant, I would.
No, I think even if you were in normal circumstances, like you would be very upset. You would be peed off. I think from the third person view, it's pretty funny. But if it was happening to me, I can understand why you'd be upset. Because it's.
But you have to be a little bit more lenient.
You
She's
do.
pregnant.
You do have to be lenient.
She's more hormonal. She's eating for two. Different body changes. She's gaining weight. Her clothes don't fit her. She can't put her shoes on. She can't see her toes.
Don't mean she have to call the food and eat it all.
Yeah, but
she can just eat it all.
These changes happen.
Clearly, it's not.
You.
Clearly, it's not that.
Pains. There's kicks.
Clearly, it's
Your
not that.
badge won't be the same size anymore.
Clearly, it's not that bad anymore. The food isn't that bad if she's able to eat it all.
Maybe she was hungry. I'm sure you've eaten stuff that you didn't like.
Yeah, but do you eat stuff that you don't like?
Not me.
Exactly. So clearly, if the food was crap, you wouldn't be able to eat it.
No, if the food
exactly,
I'm not eating it.
But she's able to eat it.
I'm a fussy eater. You can eat anything.
Yeah.
She might be like you instead of like me. You can eat anything on the God's given earth.
If I say the food shit, I won't consider the sauce at that sushi place.
Yeah, no, but you ate through that before.
No, and I almost threw up.
Yeah. After you ate 60,000 of them.
Well, that's how they know you're like.
But other than that, like what have you disliked and not ate?
The sauce at that sushi place. The top comment was, "Yikes! Might I suggest some couples therapy first?" What she did was clearly an A move. However, I don't think you'd be right to have her move out while pregnant. I think this is a good answer. But someone said, "Lol, what? Being pregnant doesn't guarantee you a relationship if you're a terrible person." Which is both true.
Both true.
Both true. But I only say that because she's pregnant with your kid. I mean, if it was someone else's kid.
Hopefully it's your kid.
If it was someone else's kid, you might have to go live with family. Because now she's trying it. But if it's your kid, that's different.
Oh no, you still can't kick her out. That was a whole thing to say. You still can't kick her out because he was willing to look after the kid, whether it was his or not his.
And then he realized that she's an a-hole, and he wasn't willing to do it.
So because she's pregnant with someone else's kid, you're like, oh yeah. Yeah, that's right. Kick her out.
I'm just being realistic. He probably hasn't.
No,
he probably hasn't.
She's still pregnant.
He probably hasn't bonded with the kid yet.
He wouldn't have bonded with the kid anyway.
No,
this is her stomach.
He would be default bonded because if he knows he's the dad, then he would feel extra bad. I'm saying it how it is. But if the kid wasn't his, I think he would be less reserved about kicking her out. But because the kid is his, that's why.
He's still an a-hole either way.
He's still I don't disagree that he's an a-hole, but I'm saying that the cars landed luckily on her side that it could be her kid.
No,
I'm being serious.
Pregnant.
That doesn't matter to some people. That doesn't matter to some people. Did you not see Phil Mitchell push Sharon out the house on EastEnders when she found out that he was cheating when she was cheating? Well, she was pregnant.
With his son. Yes, I would have pushed them out. That
wasn't with his son.
Wasn't it with...
No, it was with his daughter's boyfriend.
Well, Phil Mitchell, he's a gangster.
If that was with his son, that would be incest.
No. That wouldn't be incest, Benjamin.
Yeah.
No.
If they was both their son.
Yeah. Then that would be incest. It would be her son too.
However... Yeah, Phil Mitchell still threw Sharon out when he found out he cheated.
On a TV show.
Threw her out straight onto the cold hard streets.
And so you're saying that's the right thing to do?
I'm saying it's not the right thing to do. I'm saying there would be some people who would do that.
I'm sure there would be some people who would do that. I'm sure there would be someone who kicks their own baby mama out.
And I'm saying it would be more likely that you get kicked out especially if the kid isn't theirs. I think the level of what people take would be lower than it is. I think we like to pretend and say, oh, well, you know, she's pregnant. And in a fairy tale world.
I know, but I think that they would have kicked her out beforehand. As soon as she was doing some shagada, she would have, you know what? I'm already taking on this child and I know it's not mine. Goodbye.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying you'd be more likely to get kicked out if you were with someone and that they knew the kid wasn't theirs.
Yes.
Not that it's right, but it's just, if the kid isn't his, you need to hold in there for the next year at least. Unless the baby come out like totally different race.
Oh my
I'm joking. Don't do
gosh.
that. Don't do that. Just be honest from the beginning. Right, guys? Kink.
Jesus.
And that's been advice with Ben.
Let's pray for the human race, Lord.
However, I think the right decision is to talk to them and let her know, if you don't like my sandwiches, it's fine. But at least save me some.
But the sandwich was edible. It wasn't the best sandwich, but
But
it was edible.
just I think some of the part of the problem is that she's not saving him some. Like, it sounds like he made a meal prep for the week. And she ate Monday through Sunday.
Tell you what it sounds like. It sounds like he gave her normal portion size.
No, I don't think that's what's happening. I think he's making a batch of food and he's going out because he says he's working 80-hour work weeks, which is quite a long work week.
Yeah, that is quite long.
So he's coming home like thinking, oh, I made lunch and dinner for both of us, and then she's like, but I ate all of it.
Oh, so she's like snacking through the day.
Yeah, she's eating all the dish.
Yeah, what do you expect? She's pregnant.
No, but
she's eating for 2 people. So he needs to make 3 portions.
Look, no, at some point he needs to turn around to her and say, all right, I get you want to eat the food. You have 2 options. You can eat all the food, then don't call it ish. Second option, you can be quiet about its ishness and save me some then. You don't get to have it both ways of eat all the thing and then when I'm done, come home and basically chuck the plate at me and say it's ish.
If the food doesn't taste nice and she's hungry, what do you want her to do? Starve her and the kid?
Deliveroo.
Starve her and the kid.
There's Deliveroo, Uber Eats. We're acting like we live in a stone age.
No, you want her to starve her and the kids. A couple and the child is hungry.
A couple clicks on your phone.
Your big-headed baby. Deliveroo isn't doing the stuff anymore.
What?
It's not. The other day I had to wait 2 hours for something.
The Deliveroo scammed me. They didn't. Well, the driver didn't bring my drink and chips, and instead, they at first told me they wouldn't give me a refund, so I complained to their other email, and then they gave me a voucher instead. I don't want a voucher.
I messaged them. I said because they gave me a voucher as well, and I said I don't order.
Well, I just ignored it.
And then I said, no, why did you ignore it?
I didn't want no voucher, so I just gave up.
You should have messaged them.
It was the voucher was for because it was
like
drink
the next day or something, innit?
It was drink and fries, so the voucher was for like £3 something.
Yeah,
and I was
you
just
like, said, "Can I have a refund?"
I was just like, "Forget you, fam." I should have. Delivery did me dirty. Now I'll be using Getir. I've got another scenario for you.
Yes.
Dating a few months, he was also seeing others. I invited him to my birthday party, but surprise, it was my pregnancy announcement. One of the women, my friend, he was interested in was there. I wanted to cement my place in his life, but he's advice.
Yeah, you don't just be doing that. Surprise, I'm pregnant in front of other people thing. And you knew he was seeing other people. Like, so a part of that is your bad. Like, I don't know. I can't imagine myself like, you know, I know you're dating other people, and now I want to hold you down because I've got another kid. Like, no, you're putting your kid the person who loses is the kid.
P.O.P.
Because now, you know, they've got a deadbeat dad, they've got a dad that doesn't want to be involved, they've got a broken family, they never had a chance to be a, you know, cement family. I don't know what you
When are you going to say anything about the mum?
No, I'm talking about the mum.
No, I just heard the dad is deadbeat.
No, I'm saying because she's forcing that situation, like, and she knew that he wasn't even committed to her in the first place.
Yeah.
And so, like, I just think that the child loses. Like, why? Why would you put yourself in a position? Well, why would you put your child in the position?
It's called desperation.
Yeah, don't be that desperate.
It's called desperation.
I have standard and have self-worth and know that your worth and your future children is worth better than that. What is the point? And the thing is, he's still gonna be cheating on you. Like, whether you think you're gonna be in a relationship with this guy, he's still gonna be cheating with you, and you're gonna end up on paternity court with Judge Lake. Whatever her name is.
Judge leaks. Yeah, I agree with all the above. I think she was a bit trash to do that. I think she is the a-hole in this situation.
And you know what? Yeah, she knew that it wasn't gonna work. It wasn't gonna be received well, and that's why she did it then. So it was in front of people. He couldn't make a big scene, or he could make a big scene, but it wouldn't have been the scene that he wanted to make if it was in private.
I think she's asking for a whole world of pain, but congrats. Now you're locked in for the next 18 years minimum.
Heartache, stress,
and you'll probably not end up being with him anyway. So, or it will all be for nothing. Well, at least you will have a child.
People who do it like that way, it means like, you know, even the guy cannot ask her to like have an abortion or get rid of the kid, because now everyone knows. I feel like, does that make sense?
Oh.
Like, there's no option for that. Like, he just has to accept it no matter what.
But that is what is currently, that's the current status quo.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's the guy has zero say.
No, but I'm saying he can't. No, I'm saying he can't even undercover, like, kind of squeeze that idea into.
I understand what you're saying, but that's the status quo as of now, anyway.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
My body, my choice.
What's your rating of Squid Game?
Squid Game. I would rate it a 7.
Okay, yeah, I'd give it a solid 7. I'd say it's a worthwhile watch. If you haven't watched it, go and watch it on Netflix.
It's only 9 episodes.
Oh, was it 9? I thought it was 7.
No, it's 9, which is about 9 hours long. No, it was about 45 minutes each, I think.
No, some of them were an hour long.
I didn't think so.
Some of them were different lengths. Some of them were like over an hour, and some of them were like 50 minutes.
Okay, so definitely less than 9 hours watch. I mean, yeah, I watched it in an afternoon. But yeah, no, we will definitely recommend it. Got some plots and twists and turns in there, a little bit of blood. But yeah.
Yeah, if you're a wuss, then probably not the show for you.
I'm a wuss.
But if you don't mind a little bit of blood, then, you know, give it a watch. But it is a good show. And then watch Midnight Mass. Well, that's been it, and that's been us.
Thank you for listening to The Gift of the Gab. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
And tell a friend to tell a friend to
tell a friend.
Ciao.